Welcome back to another Character Riff video. This is, we're getting close to all of them being prepared and ready for you and into the can, as they say. Today, we are introducing our next player in the line, Lena Harley. Lena, welcome to the game and welcome to the stream, of course.
Hello.
Yes. So
thank you for having me.
Tell us a wee little bit about yourself and maybe your tabletop role-playing background.
Yeah, I'm working online mostly, and I look forward to getting back out there and being able to perform. I enjoy doing burlesque and other performance art. And
You've got like an arts and crafts. You've got like an arts and crafts kind of thing going on every once in a while. I see you producing beautiful things too. Are you actually do that just for fun and for gifts, or do you do it for sales? Do you sell that?
No, I don't. I'm mostly getting into just doing and so it's just mostly costumes for myself for burlesque or just when I do cosplay.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right. So this is your first time gaming. You certainly hung out with the nerds around our group enough to have absorbed some of it by osmosis. Pathfinder 2, what's your first impressions? You've had the book in your hand. You've had a chance to look at the rules and the pretty pictures. And what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts as a first RPG system?
It looks really cute. I like it. The characters seem really fun. There's a huge variety of things to choose from, which is fun. Yeah, I just, I don't know.
So you like the artwork? Lots of options.
Yeah.
For choices. No, that's good.
Sorry.
That's good. That's good stuff for a first-time player. Like different people look with different eyes. Some people who've played a bunch of different systems are trying to get a different thing out of it. You come from the perspective of not necessarily seeing a rule book before. So this is one of the first ones you've had your hands on, which is why I asked the question. So awesome. I am really glad that you have joined the game as a first timer. And that was really important to bring that perspective to bear so we can show that not only is it okay, but it is encouraged to bring the highest order of knowledge and the complete lack of knowledge together in the same game, and to show you how well that's going to work. By example, you've never played before, and Steven made the damn game. So, it's that kind of dynamics that I'm looking forward to. So let's roll into your character. Let's roll into your concept and talk a little bit about this character that you're going to become, this character you're envisioning.
Okay.
So let's start with your ancestry.
Okay. I am going with a whisper elf.
A whisper elf. Okay. So that's the heritage of elves with super Radar O'Reilly kind of ears. Those of you who are fans of MASH. He can hear things. You can hear things much farther than the average person. You've got them big old elven ears. All right. So that is your ancestry and your heritage. Both awesome. What's your background? Where does your person come from?
Well, I was from Keonan, and I decided to I was kind of sick of the elves out there, and I kind of wanted to travel the land. So I decided to be a nomad, and I have been traveling around just exploring different forest areas, and I've recently landed in our starting point.
Yeah. So was it the xenophobic behavior of the elves or the elitism of the elves towards
the elitism is really annoying, and if they could just accept that we're all living in the same lands, it would be nice.
And you saw, of course, the value. So your background is what?
I am
a nomad. Right.
Yeah.
So you are prone to traveling light, living off the smallest amount of things that are provided to you and making it work no matter where you are. Okay. I love it. So your character, her name is
Lykira.
Lykira. I like
Mistress
that.
of the Night.
I love that. And you have selected the character class of Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So, Mistress of the Night, you've gone for kind of that night darkness patron, not necessarily the evil as opposed to the light, but more of the absence of light, the
Mm-hmm.
shadow, what
The
happens at night.
mystery.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
certainly things are often associated to be both shadow and evil, but not necessarily. Definitely not mutually exclusive things. So I like that. I like that aspect of her. She's very unelven in her manners, and which is a testament to her being on the road and experiencing as much of the world as she can get her hands on. And her patron is the night, which is kind of awesome. I kind of like that. What else can you tell us about Lykira? Does she have any mannerisms, or does she present in a certain way, have a certain style about her that is striking? Anything that you've gone as far as to envision about her?
Yeah. On a character from a show that I've watched recently, if that helps get an idea. So I've been watching Harlots on Hulu, and I really like the character Nancy. She's she's like a low key mistress, and she does like she's like, I don't know, kind of in the shadows a lot, but like still very like inspirational and strong, and like a leader, but like she is kind of low key a lot, and I like her character. She's also a lesbian, so that's always awesome.
So Lykira's a lesbian as well.
Yeah.
And so let me get that straight. So as a dark patron in the darkness, her personality is such that she kind of she's a contradiction. She compensates for
She's
that
balanced.
darkness, that darkness that people think would normally be evil. She's uplifting and inspirational, and these other things that kind of catch you off guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Also, people might find that as an elf, that she might have these certain kind of expected traits, which she definitely does not have. So I like that. I like that. The Mistress of the Night and the Mistress of Contradiction. Certainly.
Or balance.
Let's take a look here. There we go. So let's work out the basics of your stats while we're here, just to kind of wrap up. And I will teach you
Cool.
kind of how that's done. So
Yeah.
it's a very simple process, and you get to make some decisions based on the three building blocks that we just discussed, right? So we start with a base 10 for everything, which we already have in place, right? And then we start step by step. We go through first your ancestry, and then we look at your background, and finally your class. And these determine where you get boosts or penalties to add or subtract from your stats, right?
Cool.
So everything starts with a 10. We go to your ancestry, which you have already stated as an elf. So we want to look in the core rulebook under elves, have a look there, and see what it says about the elves. Generally, the way this works is one boost is determined for you, and the other boost you get to place how you want. So let's see. Oh, and in the case of elves, you get two boosts. One is dexterity. So dexterity will go up by 2. And intelligence will go up by 2. And then you get one more boost that's free to place where you want it to go. Now, as an intelligence character, you may want to lean heavy into intelligence, because that's going to pay in spades to you on the power of your spell casting and your DCs for your saving throws and things like that.
Okay. I really like that idea.
All right. So we're going to put that free boost to there. That is your ancestry boosts. Then we move on to your background. Your background provides 2 ability boosts. So let's go to the background section of the book and pull up Nomad and see what that says. Let's see. Nomad. Here we are. Choose 2 ability boosts. 1 must be Constitution or Wisdom, and 1 must be free. All right, so you can choose to place one of them either in Con, which is your health, it's your hit points, it's your how hardy you resist things, or you can put it into Wisdom, which is your ability to resist attacks of your mind, how strong your mental grasp on the world is, how well your mental defenses are, such as that. So the first one has to be one or the other, Con or Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Okay. Wisdom increases to 2, and then Nomad gives you a second ability boost, which is free, and you can put it where you want. Now, no ability score can be increased beyond 18 at first level, and you will get a +2 bonus to your intelligence because you're a witch. So if you used your last free one from your background to bump it to 16 now, when we go to class, you're going to get another bump to 18.
And that caps it for now.
And that caps it.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right, so intelligence 16, then that is your last of your background. Now your class bumps it to 18. You get 1 from your class in your prime. Now, last but not least, you now get 4 boosts to place where you want. They have to be on 4 separate stats, and we have to ignore intelligence because we don't get to play anymore. Intelligence is now 18. So now you could pick 4 of your stats to increase by 2. So, suggestion, the smart play would be throw 1 on Dex, throw 1 on Wisdom. That kicks those both up to 14.
Okay.
And then maybe 1 on Con, maybe 1 on Charisma, and you're good to go. Or if you see yourself being a little bit more physically stronger, you could go with Strength instead of Charisma. Charisma is your personality. It's your strength.
Right.
It's how people are attracted to you.
Right. What was Constitution again?
Health.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
Health, your resistances. It's how well you resist poisons.
Okay.
And diseases and things.
Yeah, everything but strength could get bumped. I'm good with that.
Okay, so Dex goes to 14, Con goes to 12, Wisdom goes to 14, and Charisma goes to 12. And that's your stats. And that is that's a very strong character. That's a very strong character. So now it automatically, if you look at the character sheet, it automatically fills in the bonuses. So as a dexterity heavy character, when you are forced to do any kind of combat, you're going to want it to be dex-based combat, which means finesse weapons and range attacks. You're not a power fighter.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're a witch. So basically, you never really want to fight physically, but if you have to, that's where it's at.
Okay. I really want to have a crossbow.
Oh, you could totally have a crossbow.
Okay.
Well, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Cool.
It has a range attack. That's something that you could do as an option from range before you cast spells. So that is a really solid start to Lykira's stats. I'm loving her. Anything else you want to share with us about her or anything along those lines? Anything else that comes to your mind while we've been riffing and talking about it?
She is a familiar, and it's a cat.
Yes. So what's your cat? Are you going with the all white? Are you?
No, it'll be the opposite. She'll be all black.
All black. Okay.
Yeah.
Color
I think that makes more sense. Oh, same color eyes, probably green.
Nice.
Yeah. Should I put the green eyes in the camera?
As you know, a witch's familiar. Hi, pretty. And as you know, a witch's familiar is also her spell book in many ways. So we will discuss that more in game. I love it. I love the sound of all of it. In closing, I'm going to ask you the same thing that I asked everyone else when we did this little rift and record is, what is the one thing that you're most looking forward to in this opportunity, in this group, and in this play?
I just really want to have fun playing this game. I've never played it before, so learning a new game with friends sounds really fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And we are excited to have you learn on this level with this group in this way. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, throw me in.
all of your nerd friends are going to be at such a high level of envy after that. They're going to be beside themselves. They're not going to know what to do with themselves. You're just gonna walk away with tons of nerd cred. It'll be
Hopefully they'll find the compersion.
That's a beautiful thing. All right. Thank you for joining us today. And as always, like the videos, subscribe to the channels, tell your friends. Pretty soon, play sessions released every single week, like clockwork. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching. See ya.
Bye.